Electricity Northwest owns, operates and maintains the Northwest's electricity distribution network, which means we deliver our electricity from the national grid to more than 2.5 million properties. That's 5 million people here in the Northwest. Our people look after thousands of kilometres of overhead lines, underground cables, transformers, substations and switchgear. Part of our role as network operator is to plan for the future and invest money from your bill right back into this region, where the population is expected to increase by 10% over the next 25 years. And one of the biggest challenges we face is the transition to a low-carbon economy. To meet government carbon reduction targets, we all need to stop using so much fossil fuel for energy, like gas for heating and petrol for transport. But that means as a country, the demand for electricity could double by 2050. And that could have a big impact on your local network. With virtually all of the future UK's energy needs being met through renewable electricity, filling up is going to be very different. Electric cars are quiet and don't produce any emissions at the exhaust, but they do need recharging regularly. An 80-mile drive in this uses about the same amount of electricity that a small house uses in one day. Now, in the very near future, that's likely to be a massive demand on the electricity network, and it's going to be one of the biggest challenges facing us. In the future, imagine your office car park full of employees' electric cars, all needing to recharge during the day. As well as charging employee and company vehicles, you might install solar cells to reduce your energy bill and your carbon footprint. You may even want to sell any power you don't use back to the national grid. The changes you'll need to make to your business will have a huge impact on ours. If we continue to use electricity in the same way as we do now, we'll need to invest nearly £9 billion in the electricity network to cope with future demand as early as 2025. This would be a massively disruptive programme of work, which would mean much higher bills for our customers in the future, and that's something we want to avoid. At Electricity Northwest, we're leading the way in trialling smart grid technologies to avoid this kind of investment, and which could form the blueprint of the future UK's electricity network. Our solution, Capacity to Customers, or C2C, is all about delivering more power to our customers using assets that are already paid for. This project could deliver the extra capacity we'll need in the future without expanding the network. The network is designed to keep the lights on when things go wrong and allow us to reroute power around network faults. This means that for most of the time, we're only using half of our total capacity, with half reserved for emergency use. By reconfiguring the network and working smarter, we can release this extra emergency capacity to be used in your homes and businesses every day. Put simply, imagine all this traffic on the motorway was allowed to use both hard shoulders. That would give you 2 extra lanes of traffic capacity, and that's the essence of C2C. So how does it work? You could obtain real financial rewards for your business by being flexible and reducing your electricity demand when there's a power cut, which will help us when we need to use our emergency hard shoulder. On average, you'll have a fault or a power cut once every 3 years. When that does happen, your power is normally restored within an hour. It could be essential for your business that you have power restored as soon as possible for essential things like lighting or tills in a shop. There may be other uses of electricity which are not as essential to your business, such as air conditioning. With C2C, your electricity supply will be as reliable as usual. We would ensure that power for your essential uses is restored as soon as possible. But if you agree to be without your non-essential power for a bit longer, say 2 hours instead of 1, then you could make big savings. You could even avoid some of the costs for a new connection to the network by signing up to this type of flexible contract. The more flexible you can be, the greater the savings for your business. Starting in April 2013, we'll be trialling C2C on around 10% of our network, and we need your help to do it. You can express an interest in taking part in our trial by completing our online survey. You'll also be helping us by letting us know what companies like yours think about C2C. So why not get involved? You'll be reducing the costs to your business, helping the environment and contributing towards a brighter future for the North West.